Actually, two things before we go. Shout out to DJ Helm. This might be risky. Shout out to Obsidian. If you have, see, it's one thing. I have a real issue with cloud chasers. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm not a cloud chaser. I'm not a natural cloud chaser. I don't do that. I don't go out my way to cloud chase. That's never my intentions ever. With that being stated, protocol matters. Decorum matters. Timing matters. Opportunity matters. Being strategic matters. Why do I say that? There is a way that you need to conduct yourself when dealing with people you have a conflict with. You don't interrupt people, or you don't go ahead and make a process, a statement, or a stream, or a stage all about you because of something petty, stupid, and goofy. You don't. That's how you lose a lot of respect, and integrity goes out the window. Obviously, if you guys saw the stream, gentleman came up there and was bringing up some old stuff with Obsidian regarding emails and all this other stuff, and only to find out that all of this could have been handled, all of this could have been resolved behind the scenes, but that person decided to wait to this time to call him out while everybody's watching. And of course, he's friends with somebody, another key figure in the manosphere that Obsidian, I guess they're no longer cool with. I don't get into those stuff. The reason why I'm saying that is, what matters at the end of the day? What type of respect and integrity are you going to hold for yourself as a man or as a human being in general? To clout chase off of somebody for something petty and stupid is corny, and you wonder why you lose respect for, you wonder why people lose respect for you. Chaz is in the building. Chaz, how you doing, Phil? Good to see you, man. If I have an issue with somebody for the like pertaining to that situation, and I had the opportunity to address them, then I will address them. Or for example, I had an issue with a particular content creator, and I went on someone else's panel to find them, and they said we can do it there, and that's like, all right, cool. Now, obviously, that could have been held behind the scenes, and I'm gonna go ahead and take accountability for that one. But other than that, if there is an opportunity for me to call somebody out, and that can be done behind the scenes, especially since all of this started behind the scenes, you need to stay behind the scenes. Whereas if it's done in the public, yeah, you have the option to handle it behind the scenes or in public, like I did. But to just for the sole purpose to get promotion or notoriety going towards you is cheap. It makes me lose faith in what you got going on. It makes me not want to invest in you. This person has something with another entity outside of YouTube. I'm not investing in you because of that, because like Bolo just gave the example. Like my favorite dish is pizza. You put a pizza on a garbage lid, I'm not going to eat it. This man presented his resume on a garbage lid. Sorry, I'm not going to invest. Try again. Because structure, organization, presentation. Yes, sometimes presentation doesn't matter, but in this case, presentation absolutely matters. How he presented himself to let's just say me, because I don't know this guy from Canada. How he presented himself to me, it leaves a bad taste. It's like, nah, I'm not. I would never invest in this guy because that was cheap and corny. Cloud chasers, you're never gonna win. Sorry. If you want to get known, go the integral route and do it the right way. That's how you're going to. While the structure is changing, people come, people go. You're always going to remain there because you did it the right way. So, cloud chasers need a new hobby, or they just need a new strategy. I'll say that. And now, one last thing before we go. I'm in a better space now. Shout out to Bolo for coming here and educating us, because now I feel a lot better. I'm gonna say this respectfully now because I was disrespected earlier today. I won't go in details who it was or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna say this. I am thankful. I am grateful for the help that I have received, the gems that were offered to me. I'm grateful for that, especially in the last. Sorry. Oh wow, it's about to be a year and a half. Lord have mercy. In the last year and a half, I have received, just as a timetable for a chapter in my life, I have received a lot of assistance to help in my everyday personal life, and I'm grateful for that. I mean, you can't imagine how grateful I am for this last year and a half. I really am, and I thank God for what I went through to receive the help. However, I need to make this loud and clear. Maybe I need to take this off. Do I need anybody? Do I need anybody? The answer is no. And I'm open to be corrected. Meaning, I'm grateful for the help, but did I need the help? No. Because I would have got to where I'm at regardless. Even as stubborn as I was, God always had me in his hand. So with God putting me in his head, even though, like I said, I was too stubborn to realize that, I was always protected. So, do I need people? The answer is no. I don't. I really don't. Tips and trips. What's good, man? How you feeling? I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I love everybody that has been in my life. I love the gems that people have placed. I love the things that people have made me better as a man, as a husband, as a father, as a leader, as a speaker. I'm grateful for all of that. I really am. I thank God for the people that he has brought in my life. But keep in mind, the only reason why you're in my life because God has allowed you to be in my life. So, don't get it twisted at all. As long as I have God, I don't need anybody. If I am around you, it's because I want to be around you. And vice versa. That's how this works. Even exchange. 50-50. To say that I'm nothing, or to imply that I will be nothing without you is wrong. And I'm going to be nice and leave it there. as much as I'm grateful for what you have done, all glory goes to God. You will receive props for being assistance, but I thank God that He allowed you to be in my life to play a role. But keep in mind, that's not a you thing. That's a God thing. Ladies and gentlemen, when I assist people, and I assist a lot of people, when I do, I'm humble enough to say I'm just a vessel. I'm just a tool in God's toolbox. I'm not saying thank God for the screwdriver. I'm saying but although I can acknowledge that screwdriver played a part in assisting me, but I'm thank God for the tool man for using the screwdriver to fix the problem. That's how this works. When people get too, I won't go there. So, again, just like me, you are a vessel that God has used to get me where I'm at today. I can acknowledge that. I can also acknowledge that again, my point still stands. Do I need anybody? No. We don't need anybody. We have God, and God will take care of the rest. By work, faith, prayer, devotion, God will take care of the rest. That's how this works. I'm saying that respectfully because Lord knows, had I gone live earlier, the disrespect that I would have returned would have been extremely vicious. I thank God that time went by. I thank God that my brother came here, Bolo, to help me and give a word that I needed to hear. Because this is why I tell people I don't limit God to a book. This is why I say I don't limit God to a book. Because if that was the case, He could stay in the book. God has worked on my life time and time again. Like I said, sometimes I'm stubborn to the point where I forget that. I could tell you this evening, God has really came into play, and I thank God He did, because Lord knows the line that I was going to cross would have been unforgivable. Live will end in... sorry. Okay. So I'm glad that I'm at a level of peace now. I wish it wasn't raining as hard as it is, because I gotta leave. But we'll figure that out. But that was today's show, ladies and gentlemen.